Hello scholars, welcome back to the Kemet Maasai Academy. We're continuing our motivational videos for students. As usual, I'm reading from the Student's Master Plan, Hardcore Rules for a Lifetime of Success. The passage that I'm going to be reading today is entitled, Be Courteous. Be courteous. Courtesy doesn't take anything from the person who gives it, but it adds a lot to the person who receives it. Courtesy shows not only our respect and appreciation of others, but also our own self-discipline. To be courteous does not necessarily mean to be chivalrous. Chivalry is a concept that includes great, often pompous, bravery, honor, kindness, defense of the weak, and especially for a man, gentleness and extreme courtesy towards women. Chivalry was an almost heroic type of behavior required of knights, princes, and the nobility. It is a common saying that chivalry is dead, but courtesy should live on. Courtesy involves showing consideration to others as you go through your daily affairs. There are common courtesies that society expects of its citizens, which cost very little to give and yet mean so much to the receiver. For example, when we are seeing an acquaintance for the first time that day, or if we are passing a stranger on the street, we are expected to say good morning or hello. The forms of hello need not be strict. They can vary from a pleasant good morning to you to simply good morning, Mr. Davis, or what's happening? In Jamaica, we often just say hi or wagwan. This is still being courteous. So is holding the door open for someone who has a heavy load or offering to help carry his bags. It is courteous to allow someone to finish a sentence before butting in with a sentence of your own. A conversation is between at least two people, and just as you would like to be heard, so too the other person or persons would like to express their thoughts. Even if you enjoy talking, you should pause occasionally to allow someone else to get a word in. You should listen to them just as you would like them to listen to you. You can nod, put in interjections, or ask questions to show that you are paying attention. It is courteous to wait your turn in a queue, whether at the bank, supermarket, bus stop, or cafeteria. It is also courteous to allow certain persons to skip ahead of you. For example, the elderly, someone who has a physical disability, or a woman who is pregnant. It is courteous to offer your assistance, but do so cautiously. Many elderly and persons with disabilities are fiercely independent, and they may take offense with you offering to help too much. If they insist on doing something by themselves, then you should back off. School prepares you for life. School is your second home, and what you practice at home, you will do abroad. Abroad would be when you enter the work world, where courtesy can be a matter of strict protocol, and discourtesy may cost you your job. Practice makes perfect, right? So we're talking about courtesy, being kind, being considerate towards each other. From we were small, when we were in kindergarten or even preschool, we were taught, and at home, actually it begins at home, we are taught what are called the magic words. Do you remember what those magic words are? Please, thank you, excuse me, may I, I'm sorry, and a host of other little words that show the other person that we care. So if you want something that somebody else has, you don't just grab it up, you don't just take it up or assume that because we are friends, because we are relatives, because it's your spouse, because it's your mom, you can just take it. Something is in the refrigerator, it doesn't belong to you, you can't just go in there and take it up. Whether this is at home or some people even do this at work. They just see things in the fridge and they go and they take it up. That's not nice. You wouldn't want somebody to take up your things. You put it there, you're expecting to go back and see it, right? So if somebody has something that you would like, you ask, please, may I have some? And if they give it to you, you say, thank you. You express gratitude for the person sharing it with you, giving it to you. Now, I've had students come to me and say, Miss, I asked him for the thing, I said please, and he didn't give it to me, and the student has a great big attitude. Now listen, just because you ask please, doesn't mean the person is obligated to give it to you. Your duty as a courteous person is to say, please, may I? But the person still has the right to say no. Just by you asking please doesn't give you full leave to take the thing. You now have to wait to hear what the person says. And if the person says, no, you may not have it, then it means you may not have it. No, you cannot go, you can't go. Just because you put on your cutest face and your prettiest smile and you turn your head to the side and you know how you can do. Doing all of that and saying the prettiest please ever does not mean you will get the thing. So if the person says no, then you have to respect that. Say, okay, I understand, right? Or you may want to ask why, if you want to follow it up, why. They are not obligated to explain to you though, right? Just remember that. So if you receive it, you say thank you. Now somebody's in your way, you want to pass, you say, excuse me. You don't just push the person out of the way. No, excuse me. If you sneeze, if you cough, cover your nose, cover your mouth, use a hanky, but also say, excuse me. These are the courteous things to do. Turn away your face, cover up your mouth and your nose with a handkerchief or a rag or something, and also say, excuse me. You want to get past, you say, excuse me. Now if you do something that has offended someone, say, I'm sorry, especially if the person expresses to you that they are offended. You should be sorry. Now I don't like telling students to say sorry if they are really not sorry. I don't like that. But I think you should get to the point where you understand that certain things, if you have done them and they have offended someone, you should be sorry. You should be sorry for that. And you should express that you are sorry. Maybe you did not mean the offense. Sometimes we don't realize how our actions will affect others. And we do things with the best of intentions sometimes, or with no real intention, we just do it. And it turns out that it has a negative effect on the person. Now, if the person says, you did me wrong, you offended me, it's not up to you to say, well, how dare you be offended? No, if the person is saying, I was offended, then you should at least think about your actions. You can explain to the person, I did not mean that. I did not mean to offend you. I think you may have taken it the wrong way. Explain yourself. But you can't tell somebody else how to react, how to respond to something. Remember, our actions affect other persons. And it's up to them how they are going to react. We might have a different intention, and we need to express what our intention was, but it's up to them how they react. Now, if you're entering a room for the first time that day, you're seeing people for the first time, say hello, say good morning. When we were being raised, I know for us in Jamaica, when we were growing up, we were told, we were expected to say good morning when you're passing, especially adults on the street. Nowadays though, many youngsters, they just step by, they don't even say hello, they don't say good morning, they don't say good evening. Sometimes students come into the classroom, you're just seeing them for the morning and you have to be reminding them, say good morning. Even if they're late, they come in, they just take their seat, they don't say good morning. You are to say good morning when you're seeing someone for the first time that day. When you're leaving class, say goodbye to your classmates, say goodbye to your teacher. That's the courteous thing to do. Now remember, the passage says nobody is asking you to be chivalrous. Chivalrous is like an extreme form of courtesy, right? That knights used to practice, towards the damsels in distress. Nobody is asking you to treat anyone like a damsel in distress. You don't have to be chivalrous, but just do little things to show that you have consideration for the fellow human beings that you come into contact with. If you can offer a helping hand to someone who is carrying a load, whether that person is older than you or younger than you, but especially if it's an elderly person, a pregnant lady, someone with disability, and you can offer your assistance, then do so. Just do so. But remember, some of these persons don't like when you help them too much, so you have to use your judgment, use your discretion, and don't think that because it's your friends or your siblings that you can't be courteous towards them, or someone younger than you. Everybody deserves courtesy. Everybody deserves to feel like we care about them. If you can offer someone your seat in the bus, someone who looks more tired than you are, an elderly person, again a pregnant person, you're in a line at the supermarket, if you can offer someone your space or give them a skip ahead of you because of the situation, then do that. Okay, so let us remember our magic words. They are still magical, and in Jamaica we used to say, manners take you through the world. Manners take you through the world, and that's still true, because just by showing good manners, showing courtesy, it can change the way someone reacts to you. It can brighten someone's day. It can turn someone from in a sour mood to a pleasant mood. And when people are in a pleasant mood, they deal with you differently. You get more out of them. You get more happy treatment from them when you put them in a good mood. Just a smile, just a nod, just a kind word, and you'll be surprised what a difference that makes. Alright, if you have been motivated by this video, please share it so other students and parents and teachers can be motivated as well. Remember that the Kemet Maasai Academy has math videos. So in addition to the motivational videos for students, we have mathematics videos from grade 4 all the way to grade 11. So take advantage of that. Please subscribe to the channel and click that notification bell so that you are alerted as soon as a new video comes out, and these videos are coming out in tons and tons. So you want to stay ahead of things, you want to stay on top of things, stay ahead of the class, stay ahead of your teacher. Subscribe, and so you can have access to all of these videos, the math and the motivational videos. Alright, so scholars, take care. I'll see you in the next video.